Gotta get my fans, I don't think they big enough. I mean, like I said, I'm thinking about Trey, I'm finna go deep.
What's good, YouTube? It's your boy Charles, okay, come back to you guys with another video. And as you guys can see from the title of today's video, I'm back with more prize picks for today's game slate on Monday, February 6th. And as always, if you guys are new to prize picks and you guys would like to sign up, you can check the pinned comment down below and use my referral code. This referral code will match whatever you guys do decide to deposit on the app up to $100 with a minimum deposit of $10. So if you guys are interested, just check the pinned comment down below. Also, before we do get into the new picks of today's video, we have to recap yesterday's picks. So we had Tyrese Halliburton over 19.5 points, and we had CJ McCollum over 24.5 points. And now with Tyrese Halliburton, basically, bro, he literally just stopped. He chose not to score during the second half. I think he only scored like 4 or 5 points during the second half, which is kind of unfortunate because he could have cashed that line pretty easily. CJ McCollum, what happened with him? He was involved in a blowout. His team completely just blew out the Kings. I believe he hooked at 24.5. So yesterday was just very, very unfortunate. But with all that being said and out of the way, let's go ahead and get into the first pick of today's video, which is going to be Jason Tatum over 29.5 points. Now, another thing you guys also can do for Jason Tatum is take his 1/2 points at 14.5, which that would be 15. But if I do go over to Jason Tatum and I open up his point stat over the last 5 games, Jason Tatum is averaging 29.4 points, and he has hit this 29.5 mark 4 out of his last 5 games. Against Phoenix, he had 20. Against the Nets, he had 31. Against the Lakers, he had 30. Against the Knicks, he had 35. And against Miami, he had 31. And if you guys do head over to statmuse.com and look at Jason Tatum's stats over the last 5 games against the Pistons, Jason Tatum over the last 5 games against them is averaging 30.6 points, 6.8 rebounds, and 5 assists. And he is going over that 29.5 mark 1, 2, 3 out of the last 5 times they have played, which is a 60% hit rate. Also against them, Jason Tatum is shooting 46% from the field. He is also attempting 9.8 threes, which is almost 10 threes, and he's hitting 4 of those. So tonight, I expect Jason Tatum to get 30 points very easily. It should not be a tough matchup at all. Also, if we do head over to props.cash and we look at Jason Tatum's point line and we dig a little deeper into it, over the full season, Jason Tatum is averaging 28 points. Over his last 10 games, he's averaging 31.1 points. Over his last 5 games, he's averaging right at his line, which is 29.4. And versus Detroit, he is averaging 29.5. And that is including last season, which is the 2022 season. If I just take this off and bring it to the regular season, which is the 2023 season, he is averaging 37 points against them, which is absolutely insane. And ranking Detroit's defense, they are ranked number 29 in points allowed. They are ranked number 29 in field goal percentage allowed. They are ranked number 14 in 3 points allowed. They are ranked number 17 in 3-point percentages allowed. They are ranked number 27 in free throws allowed, and they are ranked number 26 to the power forward defense. And that right there is going to be the reasons why I do love Jason Tatum to go over 29.5 points. Or if you want to just, take his first half points, you feel like he's going to do good in the first half, you can take his 14.5 1/2 points as well. Now, on to our second pick of today's video is going to be from that exact same game, and we are going to be going with Jaden Ivey. Now, with Jaden Ivey, you guys can take his points. You guys can take his points and assists as well. You guys also can go ahead and take his PRA at 23.5 points. I also do like his assists where they're at right now, which is over 4.5. But nonetheless, if I do open up Jaden Ivey's stats, his point stats over the last 5 games, he is averaging well over this line at 16.6 points. Against Phoenix, he had 13. Against Charlotte, he had 24. Against Dallas, he had 14. Against Houston, he had 16. Against Brooklyn, he had 16 again. Also, if you guys do go over to StatMuse and you type in Jaden Ivey's stats over the last 5 games against the Celtics, he's only played 2 games against them recently, and over those last 2 games, Jaden Ivey is averaging 22.5 points, 7.0 rebounds, and 4.5 assists in the last 2 games against them. And as you guys can see, if you head over to the points tab, he is going over that 14.5 mark twice. Also against them, he is shooting a 51.9% clip. He's also attempting 5 threes, and he's averaging 3 threes against them. So tonight, at minimum, Jaden Ivey should give us at least 16 points. That's what I'm expecting from him, or just to have a big night in general. Over the full season, Jaden Ivey is averaging 15.2 points. Over the last 10 games, he's averaging 16.2. Over his last 5 games, he's averaging 16.6. And versus Boston, he is averaging 22.5 points. Now, ranking Boston defense, you guys know they have pretty good defense, or they are ranked pretty high in the NBA. With that being said, they are ranked number 7 in points allowed. They are ranked number 6 in field goal percentages allowed. They are ranked number 6 in 3-pointers allowed. They are ranked number 9 in 3-point percentages allowed. They are ranked number 1 in free throws allowed, and they are ranked number 5 to the shooting guard defense. And those are going to be the reasons why I do expect Jaden Ivey to have a big night tonight and go ahead and give us over this 14.5 points. Like I said, I'm expecting him to get at least 16 points. The rest of this stuff is completely up to you, whatever you feel comfortable with, but I like his over 14.5 points. And now let's go ahead and get into our third and final pick, aka our bonus pick, which is going to be Draymond Green over 8.5 rebounds. And now if we do open open up the spread for Draymond over the last 5 games. Over the last 5 games, Draymond is averaging 10 rebounds. Against Dallas, he had 9. Against Minnesota, he had 12. Against OKC, he had 9. Against Toronto, he had 7. And against the Grizzlies, he had 13. And if you guys do head over to StatMuse and we type in Draymond Green stats over the last 5 games versus OKC, Draymond is averaging 10 assists. He's averaging 9.8 points and 8.6 rebounds in his last 5 games against them. And he has gone over that rebounding mark once, twice, 3, 4 out of the last 5 times they have played, which is an 80% hit rate. He is averaging, like I said, 8.6 rebounds against them. So he should get this very easily, especially with Curry being out. I'm expecting Draymond usage to go up a little bit more than usual. Also, if we do head over to props.cash and we do dig a little bit deeper, as always, over the full season when it comes to rebounds, Draymond Green is averaging 7.4 rebounds. Over his last 10 games, he's averaging 9.6 rebounds. Over his last 5, he's averaging 10. And versus OKC, he is averaging 9.7 rebounds. And breaking down OKC defense when it comes to the rebounds, they're number 30 in rebounds allowed. They're number 30 in offensive rebounds allowed. They are ranked number 29 in defensive rebounds allowed. And they are also ranked number 20 to the power forward defense. So that is actually why I'm going to be loving Draymond Green to go over those 8.5 rebounds. Also, if you guys would like something different or alternate for Draymond, you can use his PRA. I like his over at that as well. And yeah, that is going to be the 3 picks of today's video, which is going to be Jason Tatum over 29.5 points, Jaden Ivey over 14.5 points, and Draymond Green over 8.5 rebounds. Also, you guys can use those alternate picks I showed you if you don't feel comfortable with the main ones. But that's going to be the end of today's video. Don't drop a like on today's video, and don't forget to turn on those post notifications so you guys do not miss any videos in the future. It is me, your boy Charles DK. I will catch you guys in the next one. I'm out. Peace.